Farmer.
Salah! Oh, wow!
Huge shot is given straight away.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Dugout podcast. I am your co-host Andrew. I'm joined alongside my fellow co-host Marissa.
Hello.
And we are back, episode 2 of season 4. And on the agenda this evening, bear with me a second because this agenda was sent a bit skewedly. It's not in order.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but okay.
You know exactly what you're trying to say.
Circumstances dictate things, okay?
Circumstances. Okay. But this is a very non-linear agenda, but
My gosh.
on today's episode we'll be talking about Tottenham, discussing Daniel Levy's exit and what his legacy will be at Tottenham after almost 2 decades of service. And we are also looking at Marissa's surprise European contender, Nottingham Forest. And they're
I feel like every time you talk about Forest, you do that though.
do what?
You do that same thing.
Do
The
what?
fact that I pointed out that there were their surprise European contenders. When they get thrashed by West Ham, I message you and you say, "Damn, my team."
But the thing is, right, I like to point out that I smell the rat. You know what I'm saying?
Alright,
So when I
whatever
smell the
you
rat,
say.
I let you know that I smell it. But yes, we're looking at Nuno Espirito Santo's departure from Forest. What went wrong? I guess we could also mention the fact that Ange Postecoglou has gotten a new job. The aforementioned Nottingham Forest position. After that, we'll be looking at Leaderboard Predictions.
Yeah.
So, first on the agenda, Daniel Levy's exit from Spurs. What happened? What is the legacy after about 2 decades roughly in the job? Marissa, take it away. And the reason I say take it away is because you're closer to the situation than I am. As a fellow London supporter,
Don't
at least
talk
London
nonsense.
club supporter. Yeah,
Please
that
don't
you
speak
never.
nonsense. Okay.
Since I would assume that you will be first protocol for anything that happens.
That'll be
across the pond.
Arsenal. No, North London. I'm in West London.
Still close enough. But still close enough me, so go ahead.
Anyways, obviously it came as a shock, I think, to most people. There were never any rumblings or anything. And I saw some Spurs fans very gleeful. And I was kind of surprised because Levy never looked like the type that he was. I feel like Levy, not to sound disrespectful, but he seemed the type that were dead in the room. He didn't say the type would give it up. And then sure enough, you heard these things coming out that he wasn't actually didn't, because it said he quit. He left his role, but then some things came out that suggest otherwise, that maybe he was pushed. I think I saw one report saying that he found out he was quitting 3 hours or a few hours before the announcement was made. So a lot of Spurs fans are celebrating. I think they value him for what he's done for the club off the pitch. Obviously instrumental behind the fantastic new stadium that they have. Commercially, they've done okay. But on the pitch is where their fans have been most frustrated. And I guess that's where the celebrations come, because he's been chairman for 25 years, spent a lot of money, but has won how many trophies?
2 trophies.
What was the second one?
They won the 2008 Carabao Cup
Oh.
against Chelsea. And
Oh, that's probably why,
and
yeah.
well, I was saying that the reason that you might not recall is maybe you weren't a Chelsea fan then, but nevertheless, I done that my last shot at you for the evening. I promise. We'll see. But and the second obviously trophy was last year's Europa League triumph against Man United.
But yeah, I think a lot of fans have been discontented with his reign. There was a lot of frustration even this summer. The Morgan Gibbs White thing. But I think most fans were maybe frustrated with Eze. They felt like Levy basically allowed Arsenal to come in because he was dilly-dallying over the deal. And that's just a few examples. They've lost out on a lot of players. They've blamed Levy for sometimes not spending enough money and then not splashing the money on the right players. When they do splash the money, So I think his tenure has been mixed, but from what I've seen, a lot of them are rejoicing. But you know, sometimes the grass isn't always greener. At least I will hope it isn't.
Nicely said. So like you said, it was a bit of a shock. I didn't see any like indication, any suggestion that this decision was coming, this parting of ways was coming, so to speak. So it was a bit of a shock. And then like you said, after the fact, you heard then that it was more he get like a little nudge out the door from, I think, the children of the principal owner, who apparently they are going to focus more on success on the pitch. Because like you said, although Levy has done a good job in terms of building the commercial side of the club, and being financially smart in that respect, overseeing the construction of the new stadium as well, which is apparently very fantastic in terms of spectacle and what it offers. You know, Tottenham just didn't win enough silverware on the pitch, and I guess that was the answer, the gripe that most Spurs fans had. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say he didn't spend money. They spent money. Yes, some players were successes and some weren't. I think sometimes there were certain managerial changes that I didn't necessarily agree with either. Like I felt that Harry Redknapp, when he was also from a job, was a bit of a surprise as well. And then even Pochettino, about a few months after the Champions League final, was another surprise. And you know, so it's a bit up and down. What I would say though is that I think the biggest handicap that Tottenham had under Daniel Levy, because what the fans are not necessarily considering, to me, talking about the fact he didn't spend money, it wasn't that they didn't spend money. It was more so, I think, the wages, in terms of attracting the best players in the world, what you would call top class, the players that Chelsea or Liverpool or Arsenal might go for. I don't think Tottenham's base structure is on par with those other clubs, so they might not be willing to pay the financial outlay that other clubs would be willing to pay a top player. And you know, there are only so many high quality players. Everybody can't get them in a certain degree. But I think that he did a good job. I think that he's left a lasting impression on Tottenham, the stadium.
Think so too.
So I think that there are different footprints that are going to be
for sure.
Levy's legacy. And we will see how things develop. Like you said, the grass is not always greener. They have a good manager. I would assume that Daniel Levy had a part in appointing Thomas Frank.
But that was my question to you.
Right.
When Frank maybe, but then when you look at this summer that Spurs has had, Spurs have signed a lot of good players. Well, not a lot, but they've signed
some
good
true
players.
True signings, yeah.
It's not what you associate with Spurs, like Mohamed Kudus,
right?
Xavi Simons.
Xavi Simons surprised me.
Yeah.
Because I came out of nowhere. But the thing is, I wouldn't even be critical of. Pardon?
No, there was another one in between there.
That they signed?
Oh, the loan sign of João Palhinha. That's a good one as well.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign as well. Yes.
But go ahead.
But I wouldn't be too critical of the Eze situation. Not because I don't rate Eze, as we discussed before. It's more like he's a good player, but you want a appropriate price. You don't want Palace Jacoy.
I don't think where they were going to pay was going to Jacob.
How much they?
I think Arsenal ended up paying more though, right?
Yeah, because they.
But they agreed they accepted the bid from Spurs, no?
I can't remember.
I think they did.
They might have at the end. Did they?
I can't remember to be honest.
I can't remember because it did seem like it was dragging its feet. I'm not, and obviously it was. But the thing is, it was clear that Eze's preference was Arsenal.
Yeah.
So maybe Eze people were dragging their feet a little bit too.
Waiting to Havertz get injured?
Hoping that Arsenal would come back in with an actually legitimate offer. Yeah. Because remember, at the start of summer, Arsenal were the ones who were been linked with Eze, and then it turned into Spurs. Spurs made a formal bid. Then it was in the medical.
Personal terms was agreed and everything,
Correct.
and then it just went radio silent.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like to me, I don't think I've seen in recent times a better window from Spurs. So how much was Levy really involved?
It's a better window.
Honestly, when you look at their windows in the past, okay, fair enough.
Because we have to revisit this and come back and look at what their windows were in the past. I mean, they had a window on the Mourinho when they signed a lot of players for a lot of money, and those sides didn't work out
necessarily. That's what I'm saying. When I look at on paper, you look at Ndombele and be like, oh wow, what a signing.
But no, that's not true because at the time, no, hindsight. But back then when he signed, he was like a nice young player.
Okay.
Highly touted. Yes, he was, Marissa. Be fair.
All right.
Well, you see, when I talk about signings, right? I know they talk about everyone talk about signings. Yes, the current context is important, but I say somebody to look back in the moment. What was
I understand you.
what was his consensus around the player? It was him. Who else did they talk about on the Mourinho?
I have no idea.
If you go back on this thing, Kulusevski. So some of them are, but even take all that away. None of the players that we're talking about right now, you wouldn't say are the top best cream of the crop. Exactly. And so I think that because of me, I know that Liverpool had a really good summer, but normally I would say that I'm kind of in the same bracket as Tottenham, where I sign a certain player that I can develop, hopefully, that will take me to the next level. But I'm not saying the finished article most of the time, if that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying.
You had a puzzle look, say.
Because I was like, this man seriously comparing the players he's signed to the players Tottenham signed, but then I understood what you were saying in the end. All right, well, I guess time will tell in terms of Levy and how that goes.
Yeah.
What was next?
Right,
so speaking of
yeah.
Spurs,
Yeah,
a former manager, Nuno, got sacked.
Yes.
And my thing is,
I forgot, I'm managed Spurs. Go ahead.
yeah,
He didn't last long, but go ahead.
crazy. My thing is that I don't want to say it was a shock because we saw in his press conferences that there were issues, but what on earth happened between last season and this season? I know there was a whole when the owner come onto the pitch and they had a little thing, but to me, Nuno did a fantastic job at Forest, especially last season. Like, what is with these owners sacking managers after relatively successful seasons? I don't get it. And then to bring, well, let me deal with Nuno first. So, what are your thoughts? What and please enlighten me as to what happened.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I can only tell you what my interpretation of what occurred
Right.
is. And for me, like you said, Nuno did a very good job actually in getting Nottingham Forest to finish where they finished. It was unexpected. Nobody, started season will have Forest in the top 10 finish, for example. Actually, I think I'm more sure last season I thought Forest would get relegated. But nevertheless, Nuno did a good job. I think it's just a situation where
They can't agree.
Exactly. The owner and the manager are not on the same page, but more than that, I can be bold here with my statement. It's just another example of an owner who owned the club, but want to run the football team too. You know what I'm saying? He wants to tell Nuno how to manage the team. Good for Nuno because I think that this demonstrates that he's not a yes man. That he will stand up for what he believes in and what his principles are, and he's gonna draw a boundary and say, well, you're the owner of the club, but I'm the manager of the team. And I think that's just what it was. I just think it's a breakdown in communication. The owner just, for some reason, because like certain things that, you saw it coming. I saw it coming on the pitch, like you said.
Which was crazy.
You always hear, ever so often you will hear like a little rumbling that the owner burst in dressing room and at halftime, or, like it's almost too friendly or too hands-on with players. And it was a moment to this season where it seemed like if he was questioning in the public view, camera caught him questioning Nuno about something. I think it was a player that maybe was subbed or something. I can't remember what it was. But again, that's never a good sign. Yeah, and then for Nuno to, in a press conference that you said,
say that
admit that the relationship is strained. You saw the rating was on the wall, and I'm not surprised that Nuno did not last the season.
Yeah.
For me, Nuno's an okay manager. I'm not so sure that he would have replicated what they did last year either.
Maybe not, but know.
But it's a steady pair of hands.
Yeah.
Right?
But then to go, I mean, okay, what you're saying about the owner and his personality, fine. But then you appoint Ange. Ange ain't a pushover.
Ange is not a pushover.
He's very outspoken when he's ready.
Yeah, for sure. But my thing is, cause Ange can be bullish. My thing though with Ange and why I am intrigued.
Me too.
Because I think that Forest has a lot of good attacking players.
They do.
Ange likes to play attacking football. So I'm just intrigued to see how Ange's football fits with the squad.
Well, we saw how it went with Spurs. People might get some joy against that defense.
We'll see. I think a part of it too, Ange would argue, is that last season they had a lot of injuries in the back line.
True. But he has a good squad though. I think that far the additions that they've made this summer are pretty decent. Keeping Gibbs White is very good. So he has a decent squad to work with, in my opinion. So it'd be interesting. I'm intrigued as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I think it'll be one of two things: a match in heaven or a match made in hell. We will see. We will see. Do I think it's going to be a long-term partnership where Ange spends
2 years
4,
tops.
5, 6 years at the club? No, I don't. Like you
2
said.
years tops.
Correct. I think 2 years tops, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
But I do think that Forest will be involved in some entertaining games. I think that Forest will play a attractive brand of football. I expect the Highline back in play. And like I'm just interested to see how the squad of Forest adapts to Ange's football in terms of how is he able to implement it more effectively than he was with the Spurs group.
Because I mean, to me, Nuno was more back foot counter-attacking. I don't think Ange can do that. Even with Forest, I think he would try to be on the front foot as much as possible. So it would be interesting to see, like you say, how they adapt and everything.
And also, it's gonna be interesting too, because we know the owner seems to be he used to come across as impatient to you sometimes.
Impatient, not really, more maybe restless, like antsy, like maybe impatient.
Yeah, because I'm thinking also I'm just taking over the team. Early season, yes, only 3 games gone, but so early season, no preseason, no time, not a huge amount of time to work with players.
And they have a European campaign.
So I'll be interested to see between now and Christmas what their results look like. And whether or not, if it's up and down, if it's more down than up, does the owner maintain patience with Ange as well?
Yeah, what do you mean? Well, that's a good question. I think the only way Ange gets sacked before the season is if they're in a relegation battle.
Which I don't expect.
But you don't know what effect Europe is going to have on them. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It will be.
But watch that space.
Indeed.
For us.
And speaking of Forest, we can go right into our predictions.
Okay.
Last week was a dry week. I got 2 predictions right. You got 3. The third, the prediction that you got right that I didn't was the Liverpool win at Anfield. It wasn't 3-1 though.
Yeah.
It wasn't 3-1.
Man, listen, it didn't have to be 3-1.
Fair.
I would take 2-1, 4-1, or it's the same one that I get. Right. But as we spoke about the game after the fact, through WhatsApp voice notes, and like I said, I think Arsenal do win at Anfield. Arsenal's record at Anfield is very poor. I mean, most teams have a bad record at Anfield, but Arsenal's is very poor. Arsenal haven't won since 2012. And when I saw the lineup, I was just like, okay, these men coming to get a point. These men coming to get a point and maybe nick it. If they think they can nick it. Yeah.
And obviously we both got the Spurs result wrong. I don't think any of us saw that Bournemouth win coming. And it was the manner of it too.
I didn't watch the game, but
I didn't watch the game.
I thought it was only 1-0 racing when I expect.
But when I look at the stats, oh my gosh, Bournemouth pummeled them. I think I heard some of their fans saying it could have easily been 4 or 5. So that was an interesting result. So let's see how this week goes. Oh shoot, it's 2.
It's 2 weeks. We're doing 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
I have the fixtures up though. So
I only put on 1 set of fixtures, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, oh wow. I'll be out watching this early.
Me too.
Arsenal hosting Nottingham Forest at the Emirates.
Want me to start?
Sure.
Look. I am not ready to go bowl yet. Let me just start going. Let me start safe. This season now let me start safe. I'm gonna go with a 2-0 Arsenal win.
Ooh. Well, I like to go bowl where you don't. So I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. I think Angela's first game.
I was tempted, but not with that highline.
I think Angela's first game. No, Arsenal straight first. But I think
no man, Rick's gonna go today for England.
I saw.
He might be ready. Moving on.
Alright, so I'm gonna go 1-1.
Wait, England win how much?
5-0.
Oh, who outscored?
I fell asleep. It was hot, but
okay.
Konza and Gehi got the other 2 goals.
Oh, okay. But that's only 4?
Not 5.
So who scored again?
Sorry, wait. Who scored?
Kane,
Madueke.
I turned off when that happened.
Konza. Boy, I can't remember this. Gehi scored 1. I can't remember who scored 1.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
All right, West Ham versus Spurs. West Ham fresh off a drubbing Forest.
Right.
West Ham at home.
Well, that's another result I didn't see coming.
Definitely not.
Graham Potter. But I like to back my West Ham. West Ham was a very, very gracious host.
Oh gosh, it's been 2 years.
I don't care. And I'll be
Oh
back.
my gosh.
I'll be back blowing bubbles at some point. But yes, so I gotta support my West Ham team. So I can go with a 1-1 draw as well.
Alright, this is one that I am willing to go bold on. I'm gonna go with 2-1 West Ham.
Ooh. Alright, you back in Potter.
Worst decision I will ever make this week.
Alright, late game, late kickoff. Brentford, the Community Stadium. Digitech against Chelsea.
Your turn.
I didn't make first.
Oh right, I going 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, 3-1 Chelsea. I'll go 3-0 Chelsea.
We'll concede. That new fella them sign look nice.
Brentford thing? Okay. And 3-1 is kind of bold, though. I heard 3-0 is kind of bold.
It is, and I struggle there sometimes. So
I know.
I know they're depleted, but
Right, exactly. That's what I'm looking at too.
I still
But I
got
wouldn't be upset if Kevin Kelleher is able to keep you all. I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't complain.
Burnley versus Liverpool.
Yeah. I got if I get the start home and watch this. But anyhow, it's my turn to go first.
Oh gosh, I just can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went first, so your turn.
I'm gonna go for 2-0 Liverpool.
I again with 4-1 Liverpool.
Ooh, where are you both there? All right. And the Manchester Derby, City versus United.
Lord Jesus. Gosh. I ain't go 2-1 City.
Right. I'm gonna go to 1 City as well.
I feel it's gonna be a draw though.
I know you're not gonna swear. But yeah, I'm gonna go. But speaking of which, though, who do you think will start for City now that Donnarumma has arrived?
Donnarumma.
Oh.
You don't make a sign like that and put him on the bench.
But the thing is, true. My thing is that fair enough, that's true. But I feel for Jim Trafford because
I
he
do
was going to
too.
Newcastle, then come hijack the man moving
Exactly.
Newcastle.
That's
That's
crazy
crazy
to me, honestly.
Exactly.
I feel for him too. I was what is he thinking?
If you didn't think that he was your long term for number one.
Donnarumma is 26, B.
Exactly.
Like,
Donnarumma's not old. I just think that,
I thought he was older, but then I see 26. I'm like,
he's quite young.
and goalkeepers got a longer shelf life. So I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know what was he thinking there, but I don't know. Crazy stuff. Anyways, the next week when you're ready.
All right. So next week, Merseyside Derby, bright and early.
Another
Liverpool,
early kickoff.
Yeah, Liverpool hosting
Girl can't sleep on the Saturday, no?
Everton. I'll be up early watching this here too.
I might not. You gotta go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Liverpool win.
I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
All right. After that, we have Brighton hosting Tottenham.
Ooh, gosh. I sorry predict that West Ham defeat for Spurs. Oh gosh. I can go with 2-2.
I'm gonna go with a 2-1. It's so difficult to call. I'm gonna go for. But I think somebody's gonna win though. I don't think they draw. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Spurs.
That's bold. What's your
All
next
right,
fixture?
next fixture.
Don't laugh.
Mayu.
Oh shoot, I forgot about
Hosting
that.
Chelsea at Old Trafford.
Right after the Bayern game too. Look, I can just go with the banker that can get me my 3 points. 1-1.
Okay. Good choice.
But in my heart, I hoping it's a 2-1 victory to Chelsea. But I know it gave me 1-1. Get me my 3 points.
You're going 1-1. I actually am thinking 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. Like one single goal nil. Okay, you. Okay, you.
No, because this way thinking.
Tell me what you're thinking.
The game would be Tanks, KG.
Garnacho with the winner.
Not he, but no. I ain't getting that far. I think Joe Pedro will score the winner for you. But I think the game would be tight, KG. Ball would be in the air a lot of the time. a scrappy game. I don't actually expect to see a quality game of football. But I think coming towards the dying embers, we all will nick it.
It's like, next fixture.
All right. Clearly don't see that happening. So, right. The last fixture for this round of predictions is Arsenal hosting City.
What?
Yep.
2 big 6 fixtures in one weekend? That feels new.
When you said basic fixture, who did it?
Like, when I think about big 6, I mean the top 6 in usual top 6 in England. So you don't usually get 2 big 6 fixtures, Man U, Chelsea.
That's not true. Also, Man U.
Seriously, in a week?
Anyway.
In the same weekend? Maybe
It's happened before. It's happened before. But yes.
Arsenal at home?
Yeah.
Gosh. I went first. I need time to think. I went first last time. I need time to think.
Arsenal 2-1.
Wow. Care to share?
Wait. Because City defending poorly, and I just think Arsenal at home will be a bit. Arsenal at home be a bit too much for City right now. Actually, wait, I can answer that for thinking but I still take my 2-1.
I am going to go.
And I feel like every time I pick that City will win, this lose. So
It's true, you know.
to give City a break, I go with Arsenal this time.
I am actually going to go bold. What did I say? I literally started these predictions by saying I am going safe. Then I went 2-1 West Ham. Then I went 4-1 Liverpool at Burnley. Like, I have done the opposite of safe. But I am going to go to 1 City. I still think City will struggle this season. But I think Pep is wounded. I think a lot is being said. 2 tough defeats to start the season. God knows what can happen in the Manchester Derby. But I don't think that Pep game will lose that game.
I don't think Pep wants to lose any game, but
I think Pep will do everything in his power to make sure his players go out there and do what they need to do. And I think Arsenal will go into this game confident, and I think that would be their undoing.
They expect to win and trip on a banana skin.
So what I need to do, when is United versus Chelsea?
United versus Chelsea is the Saturday before 20th, and that's at 12:30.
Okay, and then Arsenal City is the Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, so what I need Chelsea to do is win that game, so I could bask, and hopefully earlier that day Spurs would have either drawn or lost, so I could bask in my happiness, and then for Arsenal to lose Sunday, look, that would be the greatest weekend. But I know it's too good to be true, so.
Okay.
Anyways, short show today, but nevertheless, I think we still did a good one. Obviously, follow us, the Dugout _ podcast, Marissa Simone 91.
Drew 9106.
Of course, like, share, comment, subscribe. Of course, follow Whole Health Pharmacy, Spirit Life Studios, all of our sponsors. I hope you all enjoyed our intro. Our intro is smashing.
It really is.
Spirit Life Studios, guys. Yeah. He's what her, you know.
Thanks to you. All right.
I didn't know what that's supposed to mean. I ain't getting asked either.
Wait. Let me give people a little insight, right? Remember when we came in here to set up? You said something to the gentleman. The gentleman said, "I let people come and take charge or control me." You know.
I simply asked for a whiteboard.
That indicates to me that part of the hard work that he does is attributed to you, the result of your demands. And she's a very demanding person, you know.
All I did was ask where is the whiteboard.
Hard to please.
How is that a demand? Anyways.
It's the way she said it.
Poor me. But anyways, thank you for joining us, and join us again next time.